Hey folks, MTG Joe here, and today I'm actually going to be recording the tail end of one of my standard metagame challenge runs. I was playing a bit offline yesterday, and I actually have a pretty good streak going, so I thought we'd wrap it, kind of highlight one of the decks I've been doing pretty well with on the ladder as well. I think I'm 6-1 in best of 3 standard into like higher number mythic, and I'm currently 4-0 with this version of Wet Gruul. So kind of the phrase wet gruel, moist gruel, kind of disgusting sounding adjectives attached to gruel. It's effectively a green-red deck that has a splash of blue through the pathways to play sideboard counter spells. And this helps you hedge against like the blood and the snow matchups, the big mana decks that are trying to go over the top of you. So this is kind of a mashup of a werewolves deck and then just kind of a Gruul midrange deck. It's not all in werewolves. We're not playing Tovolar or stuff like that. And this is kind of the deck I've been running. I've wanted to make changes, but instead, like the metagame challenge, you're not able to. Mainly to sideboard. But really what we're trying to do is we have the Jaspera Magda ramp package. We have Reckless Storm Seeker, which is increasingly becoming my favorite card in Standard, just giving haste to every card you play. It's fantastic, particularly if you go Storm Seeker on 2 and then play Chariot on 3, immediately crew it, and then give it haste, and then you get to make a token right away. It feels really nice in that regard there. Our other creatures, we have a couple Primal Adversaries. Honestly, I've been pretty whelmed on this card. This will probably end up just being Briarpack Alpha or whatever this one here, or I can't search right now, the one that makes the clue Investigate Vigilance, and that becomes a 4/3 if you have a token. The Trample's been okay here just because it can push through some damage, especially if you stack counters with like Ranger's class, but I think I'd prefer the Briarpack just to get some card advantage. We're playing a couple Arlens. I've liked this just as another way to have sweeper protection and allow you to play at flash speed. I honestly, in my run of games, have not been able to have the night side to attack, but most of the time it comes down, makes 2/2/2s, and forces your opponent to respect it. Otherwise, you just kind of snowball from there. We are also on a couple of runs with the Chariot package. It's a good thing to be doing in green right now. And we're on some copies of Goldspan Dragon as well. Removal on the main board, we have Play with Fire and Dragon's Fire. I'm going a little bit more mid-range, so kind of beating these creature mirrors by having removal. And then I have the full Rangers class package in here and 4 Shatter Skull Smashings, which have been quite effective in the games. I've won a few games just off the Smashings alone. Mana base, we got 3 Lair of the Hydras, 1 Den of the Bugbear, and then like I mentioned, we have the Pathways. It may be right to go another Rockvale up in here. I got the shell of the deck list off MTG, or off Untapped GG. This had the highest win rate at the time, and I've just been making tweaks kind of as we've gone along, as I've been playing this in Mythic. The sideboard is where I made most of my changes. So I've kept the counter package. We have Disdainful Strokes and Negates. Sorry, I'm a little congested today. 4 of Burning Hands, very, very powerful card in meta. I've opted to go with Cinderclasm. So the way I generally play the creature mirrors is I usually scale up if I can to be the more controlling version. Most of our creatures have 3 toughness. So the Cinderclasm actually is often a one-sided board wipe against like white-based aggro and kind of the weenie decks. It's also an answer to Scoot Swarm. We have Roiling Vortex versus the control matchups, an Outland Liberator for artifacts or enchantment destruction, and some Toskis versus the blue-based control decks, or like dragons as well. This card has carried me in a couple games. The one thing I would probably do is play the instant deal 5 damage Tangle Trap. I'd probably find some space for that in the sideboard. But after we kind of play some games, we'll see how this run goes. So I'm at 4 wins. So I've already made I've made 500 gold off entry and 5 packs. If we get another one, we get 10 packs, and then it just kind of goes up from there. Scalar. It's you play till you lose. So we'll jump into this as best of 3. This video could last 1 match. It could last. We could play 3 games, go for the 7 wins. We'll see how it goes, but thought we'd just get some interaction. I had to play these matches anyways. I've liked this deck in Mythic best of 3, so give it a shot. The event's been kind of like either you're playing against a tier 1 deck, or I played against like some pretty bad decks. I had another run. Probably keep this. We go first. Worst case, I just turn 4 gold span. So Jawari means control. I could fire up the land here. Oh no, it's just Jeskai. So I could set up the den, but I think we're just gonna get in a point of damage here. Hand hasn't really come together well. We've drawn nothing but lands. I'm 2-0 so far against Jeskai, or against the Izzet. We don't know yet if this is the Izzet turns control list or the other one, the whatchamacallit. There was another list that plays it's taking turns, or the dragons list. Sorry, a little out of it. This is pretty good for us because it means we can get under. So I'm probably gonna hold off on this for now. This is nice because I get to advance my board state here. Their sweepers are usually on turn 5. Some will play Burn Down the House, others will play the Dragon Wrath Saga. I think this is going to be the control one because they're on Jawari. I think I'm interested in just doing this turn. And I'm gonna put this at 5 toughness. They could have... That's fine. So they could sweep here. So I think I like this turn just leveling this up. Although they have Divide by 0, it's not the best move for them. And if they don't answer my board, I can continue to put pressure. I'm just gonna force them here. They could have counter spells. This could be Divide, Divide. So this is a little annoying. Resets me. That's probably like the worst case. This is the control version. Let's put him to 4 here. Just gonna play this out as a land. Because they could sweep here, but then I have my den. That's annoying. Because now if they have another land, they could go mascots. But that does mean they tap out, and then I have my Goldspan and Dragonfire. Okay, it's good. Good sign. Good sign. Could see Environmental Sciences. So basically what they try to do is just take a bunch of extra turns with Galvanic Iteration. I have this den as well. So the question here, can do this, forces them to tap out. think this is right. I think we save this post-combat. And like they could have the sweeper, but because they block, they take 2. Yeah, I think we wait. While I could push for lethal. Cinderclasm. Annoying. I think here we just hold off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because I can just kill their flyer. I can level up my class, but I think we just end the turn here. Getting annoying. So they can mascot. Oh, come on. That's frustrating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, because if they galvanic, they can copy the mascot exhibition. Okay, so we have Chariot. They also have Hall that's open, so something to be mindful of. Just do this. Gonna get Chariot going. I need to be mindful of this. Why did it tap like that? Could have played out Jaspera as well. Deluge here, so they could be looking for another divide by 0. Okay, so they had stroke. We're just passing the turn here. I want to have access to this Dragonfire. 2, 3, 4, so they can kick the... So they likely have another Cinderclasm, so they can kick it and deal 4, so I don't particularly want to put my lands in peril. So I think we're just doing this. I can pay the ward cost. Freaking lands. Level up class here. Okay, so we know there's a land on top. might be playing into a sweeper here, but I have to play as though they don't have it. Are they just full price Deluge? Are they going to copy it? They had the option to copy it. They might be digging for the next time lock. Hope's fine. What have we seen? One Cinderclasm. They've seen 3 Allruns already, so of anything that's encouraging. I am concerned with the Galvanic copy mascot exhibition. So we're just going to take out the flyer here. Marlin's not bad. So 1, 2, 3. They could have Fading Hope. Probably do this. So X is 5. Okay. So I think we're doing this. So they can double block, but then they're dead. They have Fading Hope, this line's worse. That's what I was worried about. So they can double block. Hoping not another. So what's bad is another removal spell. Which they likely have. So that's Allrun's Epiphany. We are just not hitting well off the top of our deck. Don't really want to expose this. I think we're just doing this.
Fight for humans and werewolves alike.
And we're probably just going to say pass. In case they start taking turns, I want to have access to these creature lands. Play with Fire is 2 points of damage to the face. They do need to play something out main phase, but they do have this Sciences to gain 2 life. Haven't seen any creatures this game. Still have the Magdas. Reckless Stormweaver would be good. Primal Adversary, just making our creature or lands. We saw 1 Chariot. Problem is now they're kind of spooning through their deck to find exact answers. Goldspan off the top would be nice. A Wren. Okay, that's pretty good.
Back to the woods.
Can't do anything about that. So, Fight with Fire can go face. I think we just need to try to go wide here. So I'm splitting it up here because this will die anyways. That's super annoying. This 1/1's gonna have to carry us. This is kind of unlucky to just have the top of our deck not yield a single creature. 2, 4, 8. $11, $12. Like, we're not heavy creatures, but we should still see something. So now they're just going to take a bunch of extra turns and kill us. Super frustrating. They have the land, so they just untap. They only had 1 left too. Okay, so in this game, Toski, that, Strokes, Disdainful. Coming out. So they're on Cinderclasm. Probably need 8 cuts. So I usually take out all the burn in this type of matchup. Probably one of the top end pieces. I think Wren does the least. We needed like a turn with no answer. What might have been wrong was that turn we pushed Goldspan, but we had to, I think. They had the double divide. I think we keep this. We need some play early, but I think having access to negate's good. Here. Magda's good because it forces them to have, like, I can play 2 spells this turn. So I get hit by Disdainful. I think we do Arlen first. Because then next turn I can hold up Stormseeker and negate. Ah! Hit by Jawari feels bad. And we missed Lion Drop. I think we're just doing this turn. I think we just need to counter turn spells. While countering that's okay, then they just do Alrund's Epiphany, and then I have to deal with the blockers. This matchup's very hard. Instant speed, sweepers, and permission, and I built my version being a little bit larger. Have a play. We need to let this resolve. I'm like Fading Hope's such a tempo play. We have tokens. And now I'm virtually being taxed with this. They have Hall of the Storm Giants. We've done this much, because now they could just copy. We just weren't cutting ahead on this one. I've yet to do a point of damage. We're at 14 off our own lands. And they can just set up like turn here. They get to copy still, so you can copy the Galvanic. They played it properly, but I can't really do much here. I think we're dead. I think we're dead. Too much card advantage. Maybe we copy the first Memory Deluge and just hope, but yeah, now they're just going to be able to copy another turn probably. Double Fading Hope, get double Scry. Yeah. Go Dragon. Imagine we just get turns dead of the game, though. They should get rid of Alrund's. The gameplay just doesn't lead to anything interesting. The fact, like, you just take 30 turns. Here's another one. Yeah, I could block the first one. Alright, so not the best end. The Dragons matchup's a lot easier just because they don't play that much removal. But 4 wins, still got that. Not terrible in the end. I I don't, like, other than Roiling Vortex, but the thing is they pivot so quickly there with the turn spells that your Roiling Vortex doesn't even make a difference once they start chaining everything together. I think you just chalk that up as a bad matchup. Can't really do too much there. Tangle Trap would be something I'd add into the sideboard. You're just not getting any good cards in this pack. Primal. Alright, so that's the deck. Let me know what you think. Like I said, it's been pretty good on the ladder. If you're seeing a lot more of that Dragon Control, or that is a control list, I wouldn't be playing this configuration. It's not aggressive enough. You do kind of get run over. Arlen's been kind of whatever. This would be the... I'd probably play Briar. I'd play these in place of the adversaries, I think. Like, honestly, I'd be on this configuration. Going forward, I think this is where you want to be. Gives you some more creatures as well. But yeah, that's the deck. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.